Today I'm going to show you how to make this little treat box or gift box. You could put candies in here or small gifts, and just opens up like this. So what you're going to need is a piece of real red cardstock. It's 8 inches by 5 inches. I'm using textured cardstock, but you could use plain cardstock. And I've already cut it and I've scored it. You're going to score it so that there's a 1-inch border all around. So to do that, you would line up your paper at, since it's 8 inches long, you'd line it up at 7 inches and score it. Turn, line it up at 4 inches and score. Turn, line it up at 7 inches again, score. Turn and line it up at 4 inches and score. That'll give you a 1-inch border all the way around. And then you'll also need score lines in the middle, and these score lines, you'll line up your paper at the 3.5-inch mark for the first one, and then 4.5 inch for the second one. Okay, so once you get all your score marks on, go ahead and fold at all of your score marks. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to snip out the very center, these little center squares that you'll see. Go ahead and cut those away. Okay, once you get those two center pieces cut away, and I did a really bad job here, but I think I can fix that when we get to gluing to put the box together. So then you're going to go ahead and cut into the first score mark on each of these corners, and then turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. Just cut to the score mark. Okay. Now you're going to need some sticky strip, and we're going to start forming the box. So I'll go ahead and put the sticky strip inside of each one of these flaps. Alright, so once I'm done with that, I can peel off the protective backing and put the box together. Just want to firmly press all of these edges together. Okay, and that's going to form your box. I'm going to take the 3/4 inch circle punch and just try to center a little half punch there so that it's easier for people to open up. Okay, now you're ready to get your decorations for the top created. So I'm using the Delightful Decorations punch. I'm sorry, the Delightful Decorations stamp set. I'm using real red ink and chocolate chip ink. And I've got some Whisper white cardstock ready here. So I've got my Joy stamp, and I'm just going to ink that up really good. And these stamps are great. They perfectly fit with the ornament punch, so you don't have to do any cutting. You can just punch them right out if you've got that punch. Okay, and with my red stamp, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Dazzling Diamonds glitter. So I'm going to use my 2A glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit on these areas that jet out here, right here. And then maybe on this star in the center. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to use my ornament punch and punch those out. Okay, now I'm ready to put the first punch on my box. I'm just going to put this one on with some snail adhesive. And then this one I'm not going to put on until I get my ribbon on. And what I'm doing with the ribbon, I've got about 9 inches here of ribbon. This is the Alpine ribbon. It was recently on clearance. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make some loops, and I'm going to use a stapler to hold those loops together. So I'm just going to loop my ribbon like so. Make sure they're lined up, and I'm going to use a stapler to secure these together. There. And that will be hidden by this other loop of ribbon. Okay, then I'm gonna let it hang off the side just slightly, like that. And that should work good. So I'll go ahead and put some snail adhesive on the back of my ribbon. And then I'll place it on my box. It's going to slightly overlap my punch, and that's fine. That's the way I'd like it to be. And then I'm going to wrap it all the way around down the side of my box. And I'll just use my little paper snips to cut off the extra. Alright, now I'm ready to put on my final ornament punch, and I'm going to use my dimensionals to do that. Okay, so I'll just place that here. And there it is, another little gift box.